Turning now to your community focus. Every other week, we take a close look at what's happening in the job market as Rhode Island's economy recovers from the pandemic.
That means today we're joined by Matt Weldon, the director of the Rhode Island Department of Labor and Training. Thanks once again for joining us today.
Thank you again.
All right, so we're looking at down the road a little bit. There are 10 weeks left of the federal unemployment benefit. What should folks be doing now, knowing that deadline is coming up?
That's the most important thing on my mind right here at DLT right now. We need to get people to get back to work. And there are plenty of resources available at backtoworkri.com where people can connect with a job coach or a virtual career center, work on their resume, just talk about opportunities. But most importantly, get connected to a good opportunity. Because come September 4th, the federal programs end. And unfortunately, that for right now, it means about 70% of the people that are collecting will probably not be eligible for unemployment anymore. So we need to get them connected to the economy as quickly as we can.
Speaking of looking for a job, we're several weeks into that work search requirement, which started again at the end of May. Remind us of that whole process, that is, and the documentation people should maintain.
Sure. So everyone collecting unemployment needs to be looking for at least 3 jobs a week. And if they're collecting pandemic unemployment and they own their own business, they should be conducting 3 business development activities each week. They can maintain their own record. We have logbooks online that people can use. They can just keep their own records in a file. And what's happening right now is since the last time we spoke, we built out a process. We have a dedicated team that's working just on this. Today and tomorrow, they're sending the very first notices out. And we're going to test it with a small group of people to make sure that it works for them and it works for us. And we're getting the information that we need to make it successful. If we don't see an issue with the claim and we think the work search looks good, no harm, no foul. Everybody keeps collecting as they are right now. But if there is an issue, we're going to contact them again and let them know that we need to review the claim with them. And that means that we need proof that they're looking for work. We're not doing this as a punitive measure. It's because we need to get people reconnected to the economy.
And you touched on the Back to Work RI training programs, urging people to be looking now before the benefit expires. Are people taking advantage of that right now? And are you seeing industries where there's maybe a growing interest of people saying, okay, I'll look for some training in this direction now?
Well, throughout the pandemic, we've had a Back to Work program, which was like our Real Jobs program, but with some support services behind it. And it's a job training program that's focused on demand that's available right now, jobs that are available immediately. We've served about 7,000 people. 3,300 so far have either been upskilled or placed directly into new jobs. And the 2 industries where we're serving more people than anywhere else are in manufacturing and healthcare. So we know that we're helping people. We know they're getting back to work. We need to let people know, go to Back to Work and try to connect with an opportunity so we can get you reconnected to the economy.
And of course, in addition to all of the online resources, there's the good old reliable job fair, right? And we have another one of those coming up this week.
On Wednesday, we have a multi-employer virtual job fair, and you can sign up at backtoworkri.com. And if employers want to participate, they can sign up there as well. It's a good opportunity for people to connect with employers and get an opportunity to get back to work. It's also going to help them with their work search requirement.
And Director Weldon, I just want to go back briefly to something you said at the beginning. When the federal benefit expires about 10 weeks out in September, that's a hard off at that point, right? We've seen these little extensions of the $300. Benefits would end for folks, and I just want to be really clear about that.
Absolutely. And so in the past, they've had wind down periods, but this time there is nothing that would wind it down. If you're on pandemic unemployment, if you're collecting the extra $300, or if you're on an extension of a regular unemployment claim, all of those claims would end. And you would have to file a new claim, and most people are not going to be eligible because they haven't been working. And unfortunately, the numbers are staggering. So what I'm telling people that have been collecting, if you've been doing it for some time, please go to backtoworkri.com and let us help you.
I can certainly see why that's your main focus right now. That'll be a significant moment when that date comes. Director Matt Weldon of the Department of Labor and Training, once again, thanks for your time today.
Thank you.